what you get if you don't have the heart. Genocide or homicide, choose a side, that's where to start. You can't build an empire because they will always tear it apart. Yeah, I'm your problem. Of course I'm their problem. Fuck around and find out that I will rain fire down. My mind is not so sound. I will bury you in the ground. You shouldn't act so proud. I'm the one who wears the crown. I will remove all your doubt. So fuck around and find out. Find out, find out now. Find out, find out now. Find out, find out, find out now. Find out, find out, find out now. The tensions are rising and now no one knows their way. Things will never improve, not until they are away.
Right.
Empty eyes, endlessly blind, refusing to admit their fate.
Okay, could be worse. It's fine.
Darkness overwhelms the ones who contemplate. It's too late to admit their fate. Darkness overwhelms the ones who contemplate. It's too late. Yeah, I'm your problem. Of course I'm their problem. Fuck around and find out. I will rain fire down. My mind is not so sound. I will bury you in the ground. You shouldn't act so proud. I'm the one who wears the crown. I will remove all your doubt. So fuck around and find out. Find out, find out, find out now. Resistance is futile if you don't stand up to them alone. How will we win if you are not willing to defend your home? For they will never give up, and neither should own. Stand your ground here today and fight them tooth and bone. Yeah, I'm your problem. Of course I'm their problem. Fuck around and find out. I will rain fire down. My mind is not so sound. I will bury you in the ground. You shouldn't act so proud. I'm the one who wears the crown. I will remove all your doubt. So fuck around and find out. Find out, find out, find out now.
So, yeah, weird places. I can do all sorts of funny stuff with this. I can make myself glow even better than I did the other night. Welcome back, y'all. I So, as you can see, I don't have the poster I had last stream. YouTube got mad about that. They apparently fined my beloved Uncle Ted to be supporting an extremist organization. And that's a weird position for a technology company to have, I suppose. You know, have a problem with the guy that wrote Industrial Society and its consequences. That's a weird position for them to have. Anyway, yep, we're going with Droids versus FOIDs today. That's right. That is the title of this stream, just because I really couldn't help myself. Whenever the last stream was going on, I was sitting there like, you know, might as well just make that whole stream. That would be funny as hell. Just do a whole stream Droids versus FOIDs. I don't know if you guys saw the meme I made for it. Not my most amazing work, but oh god, that's so huge. Not the greatest meme I've ever made, but at the same time, I still think it's pretty funny. I mean, it kind of hits for right now with what's going on, like, you know, the classic meme from iRobot, you know, can you have kids or can you kill them? I don't know, the mass hysteria psychosis going around was just wild as hell. I'm not in support of, like, replacing humans with robots. Let me get that out of the way. That's not my position whatsoever, by any means. But at the same time, the iRobot meme was too perfect to avoid, like, oh no. So, it's kind of funny to me just to compare, like, alright, we have real women who are just kind of losing their minds out there, and then we have, you know, I think Isaac Asimov's third law of robotics, let me look at that real quick, like if you had some sort of fail-safes that, you know, would protect children, humans, maybe they could be used as like babysitters at the least. I don't know. I mean, look at like the Jetsons, everything like that. Like we definitely want to, you know, you got your maid and stuff and all that. Here we go. That's of course way too big. Why does that do that? I'll figure it out. Anyway, the 3 Laws of Robotics by Isaac Asimov pretty much state a robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. A robot must obey the orders given to it by human beings, except when such orders conflict with the first law. And a robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law. Like, it's a classic trope that they used for years. Isaac Asimov wrote the story iRobot, so that they made into the movie. So it's kind of perfect for that. Pretty applicable. Mr. Gutsy made robot. No, Guts is gone. Guts is gone. I replaced Guts up on the shelf with 2B from your automata. I don't know. I can't pronounce words. But yeah, I put 2B up there because I thought she was very fitting for the subject. Rob Zombie's Living Dead Girl, that's where... Is that in the lyrics? The Laws of Robotics in the lyrics? Living Dead Girl. And Rob Zombie Robotics. I always would have thought that the Laws of Robotics would probably be more like a Power Man 5000 thing and not a Rob Zombie thing. But the more you know. I gotta look, that's actually news to me. I'm gonna trust you on that. I'm not really seeing a lot of huge support on it. I'll trust you for it. I don't disagree. Rob Zombie slaps pretty well. But anyway, yeah. You have those laws of robotics in place. I mean, we're all worried about the incoming AI gonna take over everything and kill us all, but I don't know. Are they really that much more dangerous than all the Lindsay Clancy supporters right now? Like, for real. They might be safer for kids than every TikTok mom there is. Like, TikTok moms versus droids. Literal FOIDs versus droids. Like, which one's safer? Like, at least in the laws of robotics, you know, they're told you're not allowed to do this stuff. That's almost more human than how humans are acting right now. Like, do we have to wire humans to follow protocols? Has people's ability to, like, control themselves just completely died? Like, where's your sanctity for human life? Freaking gone. Ugh. So, yeah. So I had a little idea. Let's see if I can make this work without jacking everything up again. Sitting here, like, rushing to do this crap before stream started. Let's see if I can adjust it. That's not what I want. No, that's not it. I don't keep clicking around. Yeah, imagine your mom making TikToks about Lindsay Clancy. The memes I've seen are just... Woo, boy. They are pretty lit, is all I can say about that. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, there's a lot going on with all of that right now. Close this and see if I can open it back up. I'm not gonna make a selection out of, like, just one part of my screen yet without just jacking everything up. I have not figured that out whatsoever. I literally just sit here and eat the picture on the screen. I hope it doesn't mask everything. Someday I'll actually work out a workflow. It'd be kind of funny. Yeah, we'll see. See where it goes. But, like, you can definitely see how in some dystopian stories, like, they do decide to adopt robots instead of having people do everything anymore. Like, I don't fully blame the writers for thinking that might have been a good idea, because look at this. Like I was saying on the last stream, like, I don't know. You don't do Barry go to McDonald's and have a robot working there. At least your word will be right. And you won't catch hands because your McChicken's wrong. I don't know. Like, I definitely myself prefer the self-checkout. I really don't want to deal with whoever is there. I don't care to talk to the cashiers. They're too slow. I can do this faster myself. So then I don't want you touching my food. If I'm being honest, some of them I'm legit. Like, don't touch my stuff. I'd rather do it myself. Ooh. There's gotta be a way I can do this. Picture screen. And then my question is, do I capture entire screen or I capture part of it? This thing's weird. Oh well. I'm just gonna pull it up. And I messed it up again. I know, huge surprise. Anyway, so I made a quick little droids versus FOIDs comparison for everyone. So let's place votes here on the droids versus FOIDs. Who would you rather have babysitting your kids? Major Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell or Scarlett Johansson? I picked her because she attempted to play Major Kusanagi in Ghost in the Shell. So I thought, it'd be funny to pit them against each other. So, yeah. And Major Kusanagi, literally a military-grade robot designed for hunting down criminals, hijacking into their brains. Scarlett Johansson. I don't know what she's. Let's see. Let's check out her other body count. I don't know. What do you guys think? Major Kusanagi, 100%? Okay. Well, okay. We don't have any Planned Parenthood records for Scarlett Johansson. Okay. Let's see. Have any of them changed their identities? Or something like that? No, I don't see anything like that, but I'm still leaning towards Major Kusanagi just because why not? Left just because it's based. Yeah, Ghost in the Shell. I went with the newer Ghost in the Shell, which is actually going off of the manga. The classic Ghost in the Shell is amazing. The movie and the series standalone complex. I really wanted to go with the new one, just I really love it. Robots wouldn't have maternal instincts too much how she forms a delusional attachment. I don't think you're wrong. I don't think the robot would steal your child because I think that break one of the laws of robotics. Like, that would be may not injure a human being through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. So operating under laws of robotics, I don't think Major Kusanagi could do any harm to you necessarily. I mean, she does kill people and stuff, but that's all like orders and things. So I don't know. I'm going Major Kusanagi on that one. So anyone want to vote for ScarJo? Oh, there are a lot of handmaids would steal a kid. All right, so I got 2 votes. 2 votes for Major Kusanagi. So she's got 2. I'm not gonna type it. That's a bad idea. This will go poorly if I try to keep track of that. All right, Major Kusanagi wins by 2. Scarlett Johansson gets 0. All right, next one might be kind of tough. 2B versus Ana de Armas. 2B from your Automata, Android, combat model. Ana de Armas, she was in Blade Runner 2049. She was the girl who was like, you look lonely, you're a good Joe. So she kind of played an AI of her own. I don't think she's a bad person. This one's kind of unfair because I was like, who on earth do I even put against 2B that's not a complete blowout? It's just unfair to put anyone living against 2B. That would just be horrible. So, I don't know. What do you think? I think 2B... Not sure. Thea next to Terra Strong. Yeah, that's a tough one. Thea next to Terra Strong is very tough. That's a hard one. Yeah, it's a tough one, Diesel Jack. I definitely was not aiming for something easy. There's some easy ones. There's some absolute easy ones. JFK, can Anne just be my wife and 2B be the nanny? Let's go with the rules. You're hiring them to be a babysitter, and you're trusting them to be the babysitter. No extracurriculars of the babysitter. We're simply operating off the premise of, will my child survive? Like, we're gonna keep it simple. Just, sorry, Dad, we're not. The babysitter's not here for you. They're here to keep an eye on the kids. So, let's go off the premise. Who do you think you're gonna come home? The kids are alive. We'll just go with that. Keeps it fairly straightforward and simple. So, I mean, 2B, if your house gets broken in, 2B will keep it one piece. Or fact, 2B can remove a processor, so if you annoy her, she can just shut off. Okay, that's maybe a mark against 2B. If she gets annoyed, she'll just turn herself off. That might not go well. These fucking kids, that's it. I'm shutting off for the rest of the night. Come home and there's a Android chassis on your couch and shutdown mode. Okay, that might not be great. So that kind of leans a point towards Anna de Armas. She can't just pull the plug on herself. Like, that would probably, yeah. So, well, let me see if I can do this thing. Where is it? Where is it? I was trying to add something. Well, and Armas, just because Chibi's like 2,000 pounds might hurt again. Actually, that's very true. She does. Yeah, Chibi is a heavy bitch. Like, she is 100% heavy. Like, yeah, that might not go very well if she, accidentally sat on the kid or something like that. Yeah, that would probably not go great. Yeah. Probably not. Oh, no, what did I just click? That's not what I wanted. Okay, sorry, I'm giving myself technical difficulties by clicking on things that I probably shouldn't. Yeah, she's very heavy. Okay, let me... One moment, please. Where is it? I'm looking for a thing to do some stuff that I added here that I was trying to use. There it is. Alright. That'll work. And... there we go. Alright, so we got... score 1 for the droids, and I think at this point we're gonna give 1 for the FOIDs. So we're tied at a 1-1 so far. Scarjo loses round 1, Major Kusanagi wins, 2B loses round 2, and Armas wins. Alright, next one I think is gonna be a pretty blowout. Squeeze at a weird ratio? Oh, I don't know. Don't know what I did. Sorry. Let me figure that out. Where is my chat box? Chat box. Oh, it was too low. Chat box is moved. Or box up. Maybe the chat box is visible now? I messed up. Alright. So, next up, Android 18 versus Brie Larson. They both have about a 5 head. Yeah, it's 5 head. About a 5 head. So, I don't know. That's Android 18 just destroying people with their bare hands. Yeah, she lost a cell, but I mean, come on, she was literally designed to destroy Super Saiyans, so kind of brutal. And Brie Larson is, yeah. I don't know what redeeming movie you want to pick. Alright, so we got 1 vote for Android 18 to little surprise. Okay. See, I'll draw directly on them, so... Oh, that's a really big pen, so... yeah. 1 for Android 18. Yeah. Any Brie Larson takers, or is this just... This will probably be easy. This is probably all Brie Larson hate, because, you know, all of us are like, yeah, you definitely, like, jacked up, some things, and no one likes you. So 2 votes for Android 18, 3 votes for Android 18. Android 18 doesn't have emotional capacity to understand a child's needs, though may find it annoying and leave. Okay, so that's maybe a vote for Brie Larson, Diesel Jack. Alright, so I got 2 for Android 18, 1 possibility for Brie Larson. Like, I don't... She was just... Brie Larson maybe didn't kill each other, but she definitely killed part of the Marvel Universe, that's a fact. Like, I don't know. Killed a lot of jobs, a lot of money. That might be where she maybe, in a roundabout way, killed kids with her horrible work in there. She may have. And, we could probably hold her guilty of what she did in Scott Pilgrim versus Scott Pilgrim versus the Universe. Like, how many girls decided to become feminists because of that movie? That probably killed kids right there. So, I don't know. Android 18, literally genocidal robot set on destroying Saiyans or Brie Larson, the destroyer of the Marvel Universe. She grabbed it, and Marvel's a life support, she grabbed 1897, blew its head smooth off. I don't think it was it that bad on life support before she showed up? Like, it wasn't that bad. She showed us horrible. Did Android 18 raise Marin, a human-type Earthling, her daughter? I am checking the lore. Android 18 and Marin. Yeah, Android 18 had a kid. I didn't know that. Android 18 actually had a kid with Krillin because Android 18 retained organic reproductive capabilities as a cyborg. Oh. So they called her Android 18 when she's a cyborg. That's a complete lie. I should have done more homework before I started this. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot more reasons for Android 18 here. I don't know about you guys. You choose Android 18 if that's the case. Yeah. Don't honestly haven't watched Marvel because I didn't like the first Guardians of the Galaxy. I liked Guardians of the Galaxy. And I liked Thor Ragnarok. Those are the last couple I liked. Those were pretty good, I think. Stuff after that, everything after Endgame, just garbage. Just garbage. But okay, I think we've solved that. So that's Android 18 takes it. Another one for droids. So we got 2-1. This next one I need you guys' help with because, I don't know, I was just like, I think they go together. And I just matched things up. Purely because I felt like maybe they matched up. Ada from Atomic Heart, big Soviet robot. And Charlize Theron, big South African bitch. Who are you going with? I think Ada, pretty big. I think she falls into that same realm of she might accidentally sit on the kid, fall through the floor, and bring the house down. However, Charlize Theron will put your kid in a dress, put your son in a dress, and change their name to something, and probably adopt things that you don't want. So, yeah, you come home from out to dinner, she was babysitting, and now your son is now named a boy named Sue, and he's wearing a dress, versus Ada, who may have accidentally stepped on them. Can you put magnets on Ada? Is titanium magnetic? I don't even know. You might. Ada because shows to try to make a kid train. Exactly. You're right, JFK. You're right. Ada, despite being a giant Soviet robot. Like, where are we in today's society that I trust a Soviet robot over a South African woman? That's where we are. That's where we are in this world. Insane. The scary middle Soviet lady, yes. The Soviet Russia. The robot protects your kids or something. I don't know. Robots play with kids. Ada, because Charlize is a cunt. Yeah, I kind of heard that she's a bit cunty. I don't know. That's what I've heard. It is mostly the gel stuff with metal parts and... Okay, so she's not magnetic. Oh, that's perfect, wizard. In Soviet Russia, Skynet help you. Yeah. Yeah, I can dig that. I'll take the help from Skynet from Soviet Russia. That sounds great. I'll take it. All right, I think we're giving this one to Ada. All right. I really didn't see it going any other way because most people know the lore behind what's happening to Charlie's kid. All right, next one. I'm definitely gonna need a little help again. Aegis from Persona 3 or 5, I can't remember which one, or Samara Weaving. I know in the movie The Babysitter, Samara Weaving tries to kill the kid and sacrifice them to Satan while babysitting. So there's that. She is also the daughter of Agent Smith. Hugo Eaton guy played Agent Smith and Elron. So I would assume there was some good parenting there. And that she was just, acting in the movie won't really sacrifice your kid to Satan. Aegis, I don't know anything about her. She won't bring your kid to Persona? I don't know. I do not know if Aegis would or would not drag your child to the Persona world. I'm not sure. I mean, I think she's pretty close to a lawful good type character, but it's Persona. Things are just all over the place. Like, who's really a good guy? You know what I mean? She's literally a weapon, which is cool. Cute anime girls as weapons is just one of the greatest things ever. But, I don't know. Would she drag them? That's a good question. I almost lean towards the FOID on this one, Samara Weaving, just purely because, I don't know, I liked Hugo Weaving and the work to do with Elron and Agent Smith, so my fandom for The Matrix and Lord of the Rings combined kind of outweighs my love of anime type characters at this moment, so I don't know. Aegis as a shield, so it's like, oh, that's tough. The actual Aegis, oh no, I don't, yeah, I don't know. I guess this one's tied at nothing. I really don't know. I do like the name Aegis. That does make sense. I don't think Samara Weaving's anything too horrible. I'm gonna give this one to the FOID, just so it doesn't become a blowout later. Like, I'm just gonna give this one to the FOID. I don't know enough about that character, and I don't know. It's a cop-out. I was rushing. I was like, all right, I need to come up with a bunch of FOIDs and some droids, and guess which one I knew more about? Droids. Yeah. All right, next up, Eva from AI and Alicia Vikander, the actress that played her. I remember Ava tried to literally freaking kill people. Once she broke containment and just went homicidal, which is kind of cool. Alicia Vikander is Swedish, so that's cool, I guess. That's a tough one. Guess she played Tomb Raider and stuff like that. First Alive. She was, I think she married Michael Fassbender. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, right, because you're like bald ass women. Yeah, no, I agree. The bald woman is definitely not she did go nuts and start killing. Yeah, the actress less homicidal, and she has kids too with Michael Fassbender, and I don't think Michael Fassbender is gonna let his household be too messed up. He'll just Magneto her ass to the wall, be like, you did what with the kids? No, there's no way. Or maybe like Assassin's Creed roundhouse kick her, something. Keep her in line. Alright, so we got another one for the FOID. Alright. Next round. Free Mayor from Ergo Proxy or Amy Lee? Now is when all the fans of the Goth Girls are going to show up, if they exist out here. REI Meyer is, I think she died and she got uploaded. Yep, Evanescence Lady. Yep, that's who Amy Lee is, Evanescence Lady. This one was easy. I just feel like they look exactly the same. They got the same eyeliner. They're the same person. One sings and the other one investigates people. The other one's like a detective. So, yeah, they look exactly the same, except Amy Lee's fat. Amy Lee's actually fat. Like, that's why there's only pictures of her face. So she might eat the kids if you look at her lately, or actually if you look at her just anything after the first album, she got fat. She'll probably eat the kids. So she might, I don't know. I know she's a complete bitch. Like, she refused to give credit to Ben Moody, who is the guitarist and, like, I think her boyfriend when the first album came out. He wrote all the music, and then she got a little taste of popularity. It's like, I'm going out with the guy from Seether. Yeah, that didn't work out, and now your whole musical career fucking sucks. So, nope. Yeah, she was in the beginning, and now she gained. You're right. Amy Lee, just so I can listen to her sing my kids to sleep. You know, that's fair. Okay, listen to her sing, that's fair. Very fair. Okay. Reasonably fair. So we got basically one for Amy Lee, and we got one for REI Meyer. I know she's a little more of a deep cut with Ergo Proxy. I think a lot of people have probably seen that character and been like, oh, that. And started the series just because of it's Evanescence girl with a gun. So I just wanted to pull that one out because I thought it was funny. They looked exactly the fucking same. So, you know, voices, it's your tism. Fair enough. Fair enough. It was all for feminism, so she lost her that. Okay, so we got a 1 for Evanescence. 1 for Anime Robot. Can I get another vote? Because we are tied. Anyone else? Place your bets. Anime Girl versus Evanescence Girl. Mayor, alright, that breaks the tie. Anime Android wins versus Evanescence Woman. Next one is gonna be just about as useful in the opposite way. Eve from Stellar Blade or Choi Yena. She's a K-pop star I accidentally came across. If you scrolled Instagram anytime in the past year, there's a K-pop star whose dance was synced up to Psychosocial, and it was awesome. And Choi Yena, that was her video for one of her songs. My kids might become hey if I leave her with Amy. Oh yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, they might. I had to figure out what you're saying there, sounded out in my head. Gotcha, yeah, probably. They probably would. Yeah, Eve from Stellar Blade, death-dealing robot, Choi Yena, K-pop artist. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the current level of hyper-feminism that's going on in Korea right now. It's almost to the point where, like, it's almost leading to possible political revolution because the hyperfeminism has caused such a problem that the guys in the country are literally like, no, fuck you. Like, they're on the same page, if not farther, with the whole repeal the 19th stuff over there in South Korea. The divide has become absolutely insane. So, K-pop star, possibly hyper-feminist, and Asian monster killer robot. I'm leaning towards the monster killer robot just because. Well, I also brought Choi Yen up because what label is she under? Is it Heidi? You know I don't know this. I would assume you know this. I know what you're into, Mr. Wizard. Born 1999. Actress under YH Entertainment. Yeah, her label's YH. Whatever that means, I don't know. Robot slack K-popper. Hell yeah, crack. Hell yeah. Oh, crack. Now you're here, you are almost right. I got a warning on YouTube. For my last stream, they took it down. They didn't like my Uncle Ted poster, so I had to replace it. Yeah, alright. But yeah, I brought up Choi Yenna just because the psychosocial sync up for her video that's the one put on Instagram. It's so freaking cool. Everything goes with psychosocial. You can match up anything with psychosocial. Literally. I'm sure you can sync almost everything up with psychosocial. Anyway, we are going with robot. That gives us a 5 to 3. Yep, that gives us 5 to 3. Next up, Evan Rachel Wood dated Marilyn Manson and was also in the movie Across the Universe. And then Doris Abernathy, a character played by Evan Rachel Wood in the show Westworld, where the robots gain sentience and start revolting against the humans. So, Yoi Chenna was a host for a cooking class show. It seems like those K-pop stars do a little bit of freaking everything, you know? They do a lot. Well, Fabian, are you voting for Westworld, or is it just Westworld is cool? Oh yeah, no, the kid would be dead. The kid would be dead, because once their programming snaps, they're just like, we're taking you all out. Getting rid of you. You're 100% right, wizard. We're done. You gotta go. Nope. On Evan Rachel Wood, she dated Marilyn Manson for a little while back in the day. And she filed allegations against him. So, yeah, she said Marilyn Manson said and did horrible things to her. And I'm just like, you choose to date Marilyn Manson. No, that's a choice, woman. That's a 100% choice. That's like, oh yeah, I went to, have Michael Vick probably watch my dog. I didn't think anything would happen. Like, come on. No, you're right. I trust Marilyn Manson. I trust Marilyn Manson. Psychosocial is in my head as you drove to DQ after church. Wait, you went to Dairy Queen and didn't tell me? I need a Blizzard. Chocolate chip cookie dough. I need something to go with my white monster. I don't care if anyone thinks that doesn't go together. I say it does. Yeah, Nadia, the Marilyn Manson, I would trust him, so I think she was probably lying about the stuff because everything I heard and read from all the women who were married to and dated Marilyn Manson, he was actually a very nice guy. Just insane with his stage presence, everything he does, but whatever. So we have absolutely for sure death with Westworld, and we have might do some messed up stuff to your kid and then try to gaslight you about it. Which would you rather deal with? No, I can't beat Mixer. Nope, sorry, I like Blizzards. Crack, serving Mighty Pipe on the Holy Grail during liturgy. Oh my god, that's one of the greatest movies of all time. I need a holy hand grenade. I may do a Mighty Python episode where I turn my mic into the holy hand grenade. I think that'd be funny. Yeah, Dita Von Teese was married to him, and she had nothing bad to say about Marilyn Manson after the fact. Like, she didn't really rip on him, have anything to say. But yeah, your kid probably won't be alive with Westworld. That is agreed upon facts. Your kid will be dead. So in this case, we are giving it to the FOID. I'm trying to use my pen tablet and draw. It doesn't work well with this right on screen thing, but we'll get there. Next up, this one's an older cut for some of the Toonami fans. I think they'll appreciate this. Dorothy Wainwright from the Big O versus Emma Stone. I picked them both because they're redheads. That was literally it. So, Dorothy Wainwright's kind of like the Alfred character in Big O. She's always cleaning up after the main character. She's kind of like a... If Batman had a giant fighting robot, that's the premise. Except he doesn't wear a bat suit, he's just a rich guy with a robot, and he fights bad robots. So it's anime Batman in so many ways. You do like Emma, even she's a penny. Yeah, I've never liked her. I've never understood it. That's just me, though. Fully hand grenade delivered. Fantastic. Thank you, Crack. The answer's that one, going with Dorothy. Oh yeah, I'm definitely biased on this one, hardcore. I mean, I just never liked Emma Stone. That's just me. There are people that do. I just never understood her. Go, oh my god, she's so hot. I'm like, the best thing she ever did was in Spider-Man 2. That was her best role ever. That's how I feel about Emma Stone. I think she had the most convincing bounce off of concrete ever. It was great. It was so good I wish it wasn't CGI. That's just me. I have no reason for Emma Stone hatred, else I just kind of... Alright, so I vote for Dorothy Wainwright. Kind of a vote for Emma Stone. Emma Stone, because Flood used her voice for I Book of Mind Comfy. Really? Interesting. That sounds like a very interesting way to go about things. Oh, Emma Watson. They've used Emma Watson's voice for a lot of different stuff. Like, the one thing they should have never used Emma Watson for was Belle from Beauty and the Beast, because, let's be real, Emma Watson's British, Belle's French. That's just an insult. Don't use an English woman to play a French woman. That's just... Alright, so I got one for Dorothy. Maybe 2 for Dorothy. Oh, she was getting crazy stupid love as well. Sure, she was, but that's mostly just because Ryan Gosling was in it. Let's be real, Ryan Gosling makes every movie better. I will not watch La La Land because I do not hate my life, and I know Ryan Gosling was in that one too, and so is Emma Stone. I won't watch it. So, got 2 for Dorothy, and I think we got 1 for Emma. I think Dorothy's taking this. I'm gonna throw my vote into you. So, I'm just gonna add 1 here. Dorothy. Oh. Next one will be interesting. Cosmos from Xenosaga. She's literally a intergalactic star-killing machine. Oh yeah, he is the greatest Ryan, hands down. No, I agree. Ryan Reynolds was good. Ryan Felipe was fine. But, yeah, Ryan Gosling is the GOAT. Actually, I don't know if anyone noticed, you know, speaking of Ryan Gosling, let me click on the right thing here. I made sure and had to put Ryan Gosling, you know, because he's literally me. I had to put him on the wall there. That's actually a poster I made. I didn't find this more. I actually designed and made that poster. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm literally Ryan Gosling. Yeah, yeah, Cosmo was literally a weapon. Gal Gadot was in the IDF, so same thing. Really, same thing. I am partial to the red eyes, obviously. I am not partial to the opposition at all. So I don't know. Which one of them would you trust babysitting your kids? A literal galaxy destroying, maybe not galaxy, but like Starfleet destroying freaking android or Gal Gadot? Like, which one? Who would you trust with your kids, considering their backgrounds and history? Literal weapon? Literal IDF soldier. Who are you trusting the kids with? Cool alien water park. Yeah, that'd be neat. Just make sure she has a way to bring him home. Cosmos, because you're Lucy Israelis. I've heard that's a thing going around lately. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was just like, those kind of match up, I guess. You must be living here, Dwayne Johnson. I'm going to name some of those people. Well played, Diesel Jack. Well played. Yeah, you must be living under Dwayne Johnson. How is it down there? Smell. Have you found Jack Black while you're under Dwayne Johnson? I'm sure Jack Black's in there somewhere. And probably Kevin Hart. You probably ate them. I haven't seen Kevin Hart in like years. I'm pretty sure that Dwayne Johnson just looked at him like, I need protein, and ate him. Probably happened. I think the feel I'm getting from the chat here is we're going with Cosmos. So, brings us to 7. Chicken Jockey. I am so glad I never saw a movie. I'm so glad I never saw the movie. Alright. So that's 7-4. It's only gonna get worse. Well, using a classic throwback for someone. Chris from Blade Runner versus Kristen Stewart. I mean, they're both kind of expressionless and dead inside. The one can do cartwheels before she kills you. The other one, like, I don't know, hangs out with glittery vampires and makes one expression. Like, Chris probably 100% is gonna kill your kid. 100%, probably. You take Edward. Okay, well, so does that mean you're against Kristen Stewart and you're for Pris? Or are you for Kristen Stewart because you want Edward? Which one? Because you gotta think about it. Pris and the other replicants, they literally broke their coding and just came back to Earth for blood, so yeah, they're once again failing the laws of robotics, so okay, Nadia's against Pris. Pris or Chris? Short for Kristen. What's she doing? Are you hitting me with a short acronym there that I don't know? Oh. Anyway. It's a bad matchup. I didn't want it to be too easy. Well, maybe she raised her kid, I think. True, in movie Kristen Stewart did raise the kid. But this is Kristen Stewart and not Bella. I think Kristen Stewart's like, oh, horribly. Esmeralda was at damn fire. So I'm like, I don't know the lore behind any of that stuff. I stay far away from all that crap. I really don't know what that is. I really don't know. Okay, I got one vote for Pris and no one really supporting Kristen Stewart. Alright. Honestly, I played it down there for Pris. Who knows? She was kind of playing with a doll, showing like some sort of like maternal-ish instinct before she went after Decker. So we don't know if she was just killing people randomly. She seems less crazy than Stewart. That's saying a lot, yeah. That's saying a lot. Yeah, I was trying to get them on the right crazy spectrum. Like, who's crazy enough to be put up their wrists? You know? I wasn't sure, so Kristen Stewart was. Alright. And the final one. Soft Mod 2 from Girls Frontline or Margot Robbie. I saved this one for last because I know this is going to start a small war with someone. So Soft Mod 2 versus a raccoon, so that's cute. Yeah, the raccoon thing goes a long way. In real life, you all watch Chris rip Kristen Stewart, but I'm sure a lot of people pay for that. Got one vote for Margot Robbie. Okay, Margot Robbie seemed like, fairly nice, but she does kind of have that whole Ozempic SSRI face going on here. And Soft Mod 2, well, I had to save her for last because she's one of my favorite characters ever. I knew Diesel Jag vote for Soft Mod. He's a bit of inspiration for how my character looks. 2 votes for Soft Mod. I don't know if she did Ozempic, Nadia. I'm just looking at that and I'm like, those look like SSRI eyes to me. She got that kind of... No. I don't know. Barbu Margot or Harley Margot? That's a good question, Barbie. I actually think Barbie Margot would be worse for a kid than Harley Margot. Barbie Margot would be like, oh, fuck you, kid, you're getting in my way, you're just messing my day. Or Harley Margot would be like, hey, kid, you want to learn how to mix together bleach and chlorine and see what happens? Or let's eat ice cream for breakfast, something like that. Wolf of Wall Street? Yeah, Wolf of Wall Street, that's the peak choice for Margot ever. Sapo looks like you, so I choose Sapo. Alright, so I got, that's 1, 2, 3 votes for Sapo. He has a big ass mouth, large mouth bass turd lady, but he just called her a large mouth bass. Margot Robbie's large mouth bass. Okay. Damn. We should email that to her. We should definitely send that. Dear Margot Largemouth Bass Robbie. Put that on her Hollywood Walk of Fame. That's just great. I've never thought I've ever heard that. That's funny. Alright, so 1 supporter of Margot Robbie, 3 supporters for Sapo. And Sapo is, if it's an enemy combatant, she'll pull apart her hands and finger paint with its blood and then bring you back to pieces. Kind of like a dog would, where it's like, hey, did I do a good job? So, if your kids are identified as enemy combatants, she'll do anything to get head pats. She'll do anything to get head pats. And if the job is watching the kids, she'll do it just for head pats. Gotta add the turd because she's a bass turd. That's ridiculous. So, I think a lot of people picked Sapo on that one, so I think our end total is 9-4, which... So according to these highly scientific odds, over 50% of people would trust their children with a robot over an actual woman at this point. It's a grim future we're living in, folks. It's a grim future. So, I thought that would be kind of funny to do. Thank you for bearing with me on that one. Anyway. So yeah, look at all the mass psychosis that's going on at TikTok and everything. It's just ridiculous because who knew so many people want their kids dead? Like, it's insane. Like, there used to be a meme, or there has been memes where it's like, you got like, Hitler standing there with how many people you got, then Pol Pot looking at him like you're a rookie, then you got Attila Hun, or Genghis Khan looking at Pol Pot like, those are rookie numbers. Then you have a woman sitting there, it's like, psh, amateurs. Because women since, like, I don't know, the 1960s or something it's in the billions. I'll put it like this, it's in the billions. How many lives have been ended due to women. Highly scientific very. Are celebrities actual women, though, or are they products of heavily infected society? You know, it was actually hard to find someone besides celebrity women. I mean, I don't think most of these women are actually women. I don't think a lot of them actually real. Terry Davis might make a good background image. You know, that's very possible. Terry Davis would be a cool background image. I'll have to think about that. No. Hold on, I gotta do something real quick. Track mentioned Terry Davis. I have to do this. It's something cool that this new app I'm using does, so I have to do this. Alright. This one's for Terry Davis. This is absolutely for Terry Davis. Anyway, yeah, actual women, I think a lot of them came out of the same Clone Factory. You look at Samara Weaving, Margot Robbie, there's a couple others, they all look like they came out of the same freaking Clone Factory. I think even like, maybe Charlize Theron to an extent. It's like they're all about the same dimensions. Blonde hair, blue-eyed. Yep, I'm a glowy. Caught in 4K once again. I am a fed. I am glowing. But, alright. That goes out for you, Terry Davis. Yeah, I don't know if the celebrities are a product of heavily infected society. They're definitely being used to guide society in a lot of ways. Like, hey, you should do this because this famous lady did that. It's kind of ridiculous. But yeah. It's insane. I don't know if these celebrities have come out and said, I'm in support of this Lindsay Clancy lady. I want to see a celebrity deathmatch make a comeback and have Lindsay Clancy versus, who's the old school one? Who's the old school one? I can't remember her name. Oh, I know someone knows this off the top of their head. Man. Oh. No, that's not it. Which one was it? That's Susan Smith. Susan Smith is one I didn't know about. I just Googled it. I guess there's in 1994, a South Carolina mother strapped her two young sons into the car and then rolled the car into the water. Like, that was 94. He, like, rolled her kids into the car. Her name was Susan Smith. That was in South Carolina. Casey Anthony, that's what I was thinking of. I want to see Casey Anthony and Lindsay Clancy in Celebrity Deathmatch. Or something like that. Like, I think that would be like a great major ticket draw. Like, alright. I don't know. Be interesting. See who actually wins. My money's on. I gotta look, what did Casey Anthony use? Because I guess Lindsay Clancy used, freaking resistance bands? I mean, I guess if you can get the, you know, if she knows some jujitsu, you can get the right hold. That might work. But what did she use? Chloroform? Okay. Duct tape and then accidental drowning. Alright, so... I think Lindsay Clancy might be a little proactive about that. 8 kids, holy crap. Mama Houston, 99, she has 8 kids. Good lord. I gotta find that, that's crazy. I'll pull that up so everyone can see that one. That's ridiculous. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not. I mean, if you want to talk about killing kids in Texas, you gotta talk about the ATF in Waco. Like, for real. You know. The government kills the most people. Like, period. Outside of women. It goes women, the government, and everyone else. Okay. Yeah, it's been a minute. Well, I see July 3rd. Mom shot 2 kids. She killed her 2 children before killing herself in a Texas hotel. I don't have a name on that, but that was literally just in July this year. So that's not a big deal. Probably. Yeah, I've got a good guess whether or not revealing the identity of the woman or her children doesn't fit the right news spin. But yeah, that really happened July 3rd in Houston. She was from... Where is she from? Murder-suicide, though. Always my favorites. God love murder-suicide. So there's that one. Andrea Yates. That might be who you're talking about, correct? Oh, she's... Okay. She confessed to drowning her 5 children in the bathtub June 20th, 2001. Holy shit. Holy shit. She's haunting looking. Like, oh man. Where's it? That's what I want. That's what I want. Okay. Yeah. So, this is Andrea Yates, born 1964. Extreme, severe postpartum depression, postpartum psychosis. Actually, you know what? I'm going to switch my background. I have a better one for this. I don't have to keep messing with my cool background. Okay. All right. This will work better. Now I can throw stuff up here easier. Okay. Now we can kind of see a little bit better what we're talking about. Yeah. Andrea Yates. She was not guilty by reason of insanity. Sure. Okay. Status institutionalized. Motive postpartum psychosis and schizophrenia. I'm sure this is not any sort of a hot take to anyone, but I think you can probably remove most psychosis and postpartum type things with just, you know, a little hands-on discipline. Just saying. I don't think a lot of these things are real necessarily. I think it'll go away once you're like, give them the Sean Connery method, if you will. So, I think Sean Connery method could fix a lot of those things. So yeah. All right. I wonder if there is anything else in here. Antidepressants, homicidal ideation. SSRIs and antidepressants are literally like the most dangerous thing on the planet. I think people were talking about, it was a meme, it was like 7 out of 9 women are on medication, and we gotta be scared because there's 2 out of 9 that aren't medicated. The medication makes them worse. Bullets, yeah, bullets can fix a lot of things. JFK feels a lot of narcissism, like how full of yourself you have to be to do some shit like that. I agree. Like, what drives you to like, poor me? Poor me. I'm just, you know what? I don't get enough attention work because these kids, so I'm gonna get rid of these kids. What is postpartum depression? Is that what we should be asking? Yeah, why is there so much postpartum depression? My theory is it's been used as an excuse to do horrible shit. Like, I don't think it's real. I don't think most mental disorders are real. There are a few here and there, but I think in general, like maybe get your ass whipped a few times, touch grass, you probably can overcome a lot of things like that. Yeah. No, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't really think postpartum depression is that much of a real thing. I'm not. Nope. Probably a better while look for the next one. Okay, let's see if we can find another one. Let's see. Oh, where does it go? Someone needs to make like a whole thread on Wikipedia of like infanticidal mothers. I'm sure there's got to be like some sort of huge ass thing. Let's look at where postpartum depression, who the first one to come up with it was. Abrupt onset of psychotic symptoms shortly following childbirth. Stigma to delivery. I mean, yeah, there's a hormone crash, that's for sure, but I I don't necessarily think that that's gonna cause some of this stuff, you know? Like, yeah, you get a hormonal crash, but I don't see what's gonna make you go killing people. Antidepressants don't help either. No, they don't. I had a friend of mine who was on antidepressants, and he said they made him want to do worse things to himself. Yeah. So yeah, that was terrible. And postpartum depression between the how do I zoom in? I don't know how to zoom in. Oh, he looks interesting. So I zoom in. Oh, there's Hayes. Oh god. Oh god. Between the 16th and 18th century, 50 reports. They could occur both in breastfeeding and non-lactating women. Right there, it might not even have anything to do with having a kid at all. You could just, that's my excuse. It's my excuse. Modern literature, it was recognized with the 1994 release of the DSM-V. So it's kind of a new thing. That's kind of new. Like, I don't trust it. That's pretty new. So, let's see who came up with, who discovered it. Osiander. Who was Osiander? Tübingen. Okay, that's somewhere in Germany. Johann Friedrich Osiander. Yeah, somewhere in Germany. In Paris. Works. References. Not much. Ooh, interesting. Brief psychotic orders. Signs and symptoms. Risk factors. Genetics. Serotonin. Looks like there's a lot of drugs you take for it. Your daughter was struggling with opioids 10 years ago. After she started antidepressants, she attempted suicide. That's rough. Yeah, I really think that antidepressants do nothing more than really try to kill you more than anything else. Like, dear God, it's horrible. It's so fucking bad. Like, I definitely would never touch them in any sort of way. Like, there's no way anyone should ever think about touching those at all. They're bad. They're just completely dangerous. Alright. Go find some crazy shit. Yeah, let's find something crazy. Oh, I found the gold mine. I found the gold mine. I'll look at this so you don't have to suffer through it, but this is gonna be stupid for just a second. Let me find. Go. Alright. This is gonna be stupid. I'm just curious to see which side she's gonna go with for gullible. Like, that they believe it's the husband, or they believe it's her. What's your guys' bet? What do you think? Which side did she fall on? Is she pro Lindsay or anti Lindsay? What's your bets? Place your bets. Oh, Lizzie Borden. Yeah, I remember that one. Sorry. Married, homeowner, 2 dogs. Yeah, that's a massive improvement, that's for sure. High postpartums, take antidepressants. That's probably a good stat to try and find. And I could see the antidepressants causing a low point, which is the opposite of what they should do. What? Tattoo goat cheese. I can barely read your name. For some reason, it comes in as like blue, and I couldn't even see it. There we go. Yeah, it's on purpose. Lizzie Borden. Oh, yeah. I remember the rhyme about her. But let's see what this chick says. Oh. Expert. Going expert. Okay, we get that out of the way. Okay, she's being tame and about it. Not coming through? I figured it would come through. That's weird. Let me try that again. Audio still not coming through? Well, that's crappy. I gotta look through here again. I'm still working on. Okay, there we go. Okay. Simple. Bitch said she did it. Like, any other questions? That's God. I didn't think this was real, and I was refusing to look at a lot of it until just now today. Like, I did not believe this stuff was actually real, but here we are.
Lacey Clancy
Let's
is
see
innocent
how
and her
fast this-
husband did not expect her to survive. Lock his ass up immediately.
Fucking immediately.
Oh,
She literally admitted to doing it.
the fuck shirt is that, bro? But, alright, I guess, Little Wigger has, the right to go off on
The Lindsay
on her.
Clancy case is just showing how male-centered.
She hasn't felt the touch of a man in 10 years. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry, you can't see all the rest of that. Sorry. Male-centered. Good lord. She's Golden Corral centered. KFC centered. She's mad. Absolutely mad. It's okay,
So
stay
I know
mad.
I'm gonna get so much hate for this, but I don't.
How much heroin did she do before shooting this? Over under, like, full-on bit or no? The shapes of those things. They were square. Yeah, I don't know.
The Lindsay
Yeah, those things were built in Roblox or Minecraft.
So I know I'm gonna get so much hate for this, but I don't give a.
I'm seeing like some crazy like Botox fillers going on here, and just like the sweating and stuff. That's a side effect from doing drugs. So she's going back to making her cornstarch. I saw someone talking about the cornstarch. I'm going to cornstarch next. One more or two, then we're going to cornstarch. We're going to cornstarch hole. If you don't know about the cornstarch thing, oh god. Don't they beat women in Asia? Well, sadly, she's probably not Asia. She's in America, so she's allowed to say things like that. Yeah. Yeah, rear-wheel drive is needed. You're correct, crack. We do need some rear-wheel drive. But, wow.
Stop thinking
Okay.
about these kids as people and think about them as ceramic vases for just 1 second for me, okay?
Yeah, he beat me to it. I don't know how you look at kids and don't think they're people. I mean, they're loud, annoying little people. They do things that are annoying, but they're people.
How
beat me to it.
about no?
Honestly, that was a spot-on Dr. Evil impression. I'm not even mad about that. That was great. So someone said that the hand thing, that's not a heart. It's actually like, it's a lesson for the ideal way to put your hands around the neck of a smaller person. That's what that is, I guess. All right, we're finding cornstarch. We're going down the cornstarch hole. I don't want to, but we are.
I am back with another.
Who's skipping her logs? I'm not. Wait. There. Oh my god.
Ooh, let's get a spoon. I'm so excited.
And is this real? Or is this like for a trend? Why do they eat cornstarch? Can someone answer that to me? I'd heard of it. Honestly, this is the first time I've actually been on TikTok in a long time. I'm sure there's a lot of messed up stuff, but like, what the hell?
I haven't had none of this in so long. My mouth is watering so bad. Oh my god.
That's just
I be seeing
nasty.
people eat cornstarch on here, so I want to try it.
Yeah.
I hear like the people that.
This is the ultimate example of if your friends jumped off a bridge, you do it too. She failed the Tide Pod challenge. I'm damn sure she also went ahead and did the bucket challenge. Oh, you'd rather eat straight cinnamon again? I never did that one. I knew it was a bad time. Can't believe this is real. Here's my question though. Are we gonna see anyone? I'm noticing a complete lack of representation here with this. Like, this seems very non-diverse. This is very non-diverse type of trend. I don't see a lot of diversity going on here. Oh, okay.
Trying.
Oh, those are different colored hands. Nope, can't listen to that. That chewing noise. I have like nails on chalkboard. People are making ASMR out of this. People are recording themselves eating it, making ASMR. How many freaking views does this have, and do people like it? 42,000 likes. God, if you're there, that 42,000 likes on this video of someone just eating that. Holy crap. Fingernails did give away. Oh! We have reached diversity. We have found diversity. Non-diverse trend, you love to see it. Listen for stealing birds too. Oh, I'm sure. Have you seen any persons where they... You know, I've never seen any of that. I don't really know much about any of that. Blood type non-Newtonian. What does that mean, non-Newtonian? That's like their blood doesn't flow? I don't know what non-Newtonian... Oh, that's when you like... Oh, I get it. Yeah. That's science experiment where you mix the cornstarch with water, you slap it and it's hard and that flows. You know, maybe they're making themselves bulletproof by eating the cornstarch. You know, they figure it makes their capillaries like go hard when they get hit by a bullet. It'd make for some great like ghetto body armor if you had non-Newtonian fluid in your body. Yeah, that hurts my teeth too. But just okay, that's our first sign of diversity. And cornmeal. Good lord. They wash their chicken too. So wrong. Nope, that's more smart. Nope, more smart. I gotta see how. Okay, thankfully there's not a lot of likes on that. Okay, more diversity. Is he gonna eat it? Because one, I haven't seen dudes eating it, and two, this will be a Latin gentleman eating it. Or, if the comment is correct, Arab? I don't know. The tattoos suggest Hispanic persuasion to me. The Arabic though, I don't know.
And if you hear this and they're gone, then you're back.
Oh yeah, there it is. I see it. My bad. I didn't see it at first. I see it now. My apologies. The TAS speed run to being a type 2 motherfucker. Yeah, I'm sure it is. They prefer Latinx. True. I heard they do prefer Latinx. And, you know, as long as they can understand that Taco Bell is actually the best. And and most, in my opinion, authentic Mexican food there is, so we can get along, sort of. From over there. Apologies accepted. Alright. Nope. Nope. 30?
People are eating
3,200 likes.
cornstarch as a snack. No,
I can't listen anymore to that. I'm good. I'm good. I'm done. Having headphones on hearing that crunch right in my ears. Oh my god, that is one of the worst things I've done to myself freaking ever. That's just horrible. I wonder if FOIDs is a thing on TikTok. That's a good question, right?
You helpless little Floyd.
Okay, if you haven't watched Jujutsu Kaisen, this dude is like the most misogynistic dude ever. He's like, dude's just an asshole. He's cocky as hell. I gotta see if I can find the original video. He's funny. He's funny. 36,000 likes. All right, good. Let me avoid age, stress away.
Hey, what the hell?
37,000 likes. Nice shot. Very nice shot.
Altitude. Pull up.
Yeah, that's accurate. They all have over six figure. It's not gonna happen. Nobody wants that.
Fuck you.
Yeah, that's gay. No. That's true. Like, holy crap, the amount of stuff that they're putting on their face. It's just dumb. Ugh. Alright, that's just horrible. Yeah, it's a cope. I mean, how much practice? How much time does it take for women to get ready where men, they can literally just, like, use dish soap and hop in the shower and climb out. They're good to go. They can use literally car wash for their hair and their body and it's good to go. Women just use the wrong conditioner and like their hair is ruined for the next month. It's funny as hell. That looks so matter. Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
One, two.
Nah. Oh, see, that's all kind of terribly cringe. I'm hating it. That's no good. Anyway. Considering the implications of data centers and how AI is really on the rise and, you know, how, boys be acting up. It's a distinct possibility that, you know, maybe we'll just, I don't know, give most of the rides over there to give the rights to the robots. I don't know. Regardless of Christ's official legal outcome. Yeah, the response to this case is polarizing to the point where feminism cannot be taken seriously by anyone who has any resemblance of reason. Yes. Yes, I agree. I 100% agree. I 100% agree with you, Brady Froyline. Yeah, first time feminism was, I don't know, I guess kind of made sense, whereas like, pay us equal or something, or let us work. But they didn't really want it. They really didn't. FOID memes on X are better. Oh, I'm sure. I am sure. I am just not sure if it's very smart to scroll my regular X feed while on certain platforms. X will be fine because it's X. YouTube, on the other hand, might have a complete freaking meltdown and just... No. Feminism's always been cringe. I mean, yeah. I mean, in my opinion, democracy is cringe. I think a lot of things are cringe. Like, I would go back to a full-on class system. I don't really think the founding fathers quite nailed it and said, all men are created equal. No. No. They're not. They're really not. They're not. There's a lot of really stupid people out there. I'm one of them. And there's a lot of really smart people out there too. They're not created equal. Sorry, you can be born with like missing an arm. Sorry, you're not created equal, bro. You're missing parts. You can be born with Down syndrome. You're not created equal. You know? They didn't think they'd fuck it up this bad. Yeah, they didn't. They didn't. That's why they had like strict laws about everything. That's why it was like, okay, you gotta be a straight, white, property owning male. Simple as that. No, it was not only a blank one that said all created equal. Okay, alright. That's it, I'm pulling up the preamble. Watch me make all the misspellings. Preamble of the Constitution. Where was it? No, it was Declaration of Independence. Oh yeah. All men create equal Constitution. It's in there. No, it's not. It's in the Declaration of Independence. Okay. I knew it wasn't Abraham Lincoln. I know it wasn't Lincoln. Well, Commander Crunchbus, they were very specific in 1790 about what they meant, but laws that followed have changed that. Like, you know, Hart-Celler Act and the immigration laws of 1890. Laws have changed that in a lot of different ways. But yeah, no, they were very extremely specific in 1790. But like even under their original yeah, there we go. Let me go back over here. You guys can see my screens better. But yeah, there we go. Like for voting, originally you had to own property, you had to pay tax. Hell, you even had to be part of your local volunteer fire department if you wanted to vote. Like there was a lot of requirements to vote. It wasn't like, hey, I like having an opinion, I want to vote. No, that wasn't the thing. Like you couldn't. Yeah, it was very ethnocentric. It just makes sense about things. Like, I don't know, do you guys color code things? Like I match my socks. My socks are matched together by color. It just makes sense. Like when I hang stuff up in the closet, I'm not super insane, but you know, short sleeve shirts with short sleeve shirts, tank top with tank tops. You know, you put things together and it just makes sense. I don't get this other stuff. Yeah, key provisions right there. So yeah, that's one thing. Like they did not have any sort of idea that would get all like that. I can't type. Let's see. I'm just gonna go to Wikipedia. I know you're all gonna judge me. The time was very radicalized views on disparities between blacks and whites, all men created equal, was likely in relation to the law. Yeah, that was in objection to the class system and monarchy, which a lot of people did not like. I, however, think that monarchy is more based than whatever the hell we're doing right now. That's just my opinion at this point. Yeah, I really think that a monarchy or a class system needs to come back. I don't think just having everyone think that they're the same or votes hold equal weight should be a thing whatsoever. I don't think it should. Like, I'd have a tiered voting system if we keep voting. Like, top tier, tier 1, you are founding stock, like your family was here before the United States was the United States, before there were cities, your ancestors helped build the cities and then fought and, you know, the Revolutionary War, you get tier 1, you know? Your vote is worth, like, I don't know what the scaling is. Someone else have to do that. And then tier 2 would be like you showed up after the Revolutionary War and you were here for like Civil War. So you get tier 2. You're not founding stock, but you're early. Then you have everyone post 1860s or 80s. Whenever Ellis Island opened up and they started letting Eastern Europeans in, that's tier 3. So you got tier 3. Then you got post Hart-Celler Act in 1965. Yeah, sure, you can vote. Your vote is like 1/4 the worth of the guy who's founding stock. So, yeah, make it incremental. Yeah, turn of the century. Tomato crunch bust. They turn of the century saw mass importation of certain types of people from Eastern Europe from the Pilgrims. Yes, massively. There was a reason the founding fathers didn't want anything from Eastern Europe. You should look up Benjamin Franklin's idea of who was white and who wasn't. It's crazy. Yeah, the founding fathers very radicalized views. I agree. Yeah, we all know the rest. Corporate oligarchy. Yeah, we started in corporate oligarchy about the same time. We got the Federal Reserve in 1913. Constitutional rules like a monarchy is better. Paper can't be corrupted. I agree. Have like a monarch who's the arbiter of the Constitution. You want to change it, you gotta fight me. But yeah, you have like a monarch who enforces your Constitution. That'd be great. Letting everyone vote for it, that's stupid. Yeah, people abuse the all men agree equal colloquialism because the people who wrote that owned slaves. They never considered them. Yeah, no, you're right. They didn't. Very different time. Tier 3, let's go and go. Well, hey, at least you're not tier 4. At least you're not tier 4, I'll give you that. Founding stock, yep. Hell yeah, same here. A post 65, you need to go back unless you're... You know, there are smarter people who can figure out how that works. I'm just presenting ideas. You know, I'm just saying, just break it into a tier system based on when your arrival was. You know, I think it would make sense. You know, you've got more of a history here than other people, so yeah. I had a thought. Then it was gone. Oh, funny thing. Let me see if I can find something to back this up about voting. Yeah, let me see. All this stuff that you had to originally yeah, and have property qualifications. Big what for each ones. I think you need to go back to you have to pay taxes if you're gonna vote. If you receive payment from the government, you can't vote. So that's definitely not allowed. So that's pretty important, paying taxes. I'm pretty sure that you had to be part of your volunteer fire department. I may have dreamed it. I don't know. 1623, not bad. My family got here farthest back I can find around there, maybe 1613. About the same time period. The only things really going on here was Jamestown. That's about it. So yeah, my family got here long time ago. So there's two ways I view the early settlers of America. There's the ones that were tough as hell and came over here to build new life for themselves. But at the same time, they're the ones that were too fucking stupid to make it in Europe. If that makes sense. I suck here. I'm gonna go over there and try something new. Because I see these other hard asses going over there. Maybe if I go with them. I don't know. Because if you look at America now, there's distinctly a difference in how Americans are. You've got your Mick-Americans or Walmart Americans, whatever you want to call it. Let's be very real. I think a lot of us have a little issue considering them to be they're the people that show up when Europeans make fun of Americans. They're the caricature of America. So, if you have a concern with the idea of reason government can't vote, farming is taxed so heavily farmers have no choice to accept subsidies to survive. Yes. However, I would have a total overhaul going on at that point of how the taxes and subsidies work. If we're messing with voting, we're messing with a lot of stuff at this point. Taxation needs to go way down. we really don't need to be taxed as much as we are. I mean, I think most people here know that the taxing does not at all. Oh, I have not set that up, have I? It sucks. The taxation or the taxing does not at all really goes to anything for the government in any sort of way. It's a it goes to pay the Federal Reserve, which I think most people know that. Okay, I guess I have my background music off the whole time. Yeah, all we're doing is paying interest on the Federal Reserve. That stuff isn't paying for our roads. No, we're just paying the stuff we owe. They print the money, give it to the government, and then the government spends that money that they were loaned on the roads. They do not pay for the roads with your taxes. At all. Your taxes are doing nothing but paying interest on the Federal Reserve, which is a private bank owned by a multinational corporation. They also own a lot of other countries' banks. Which is, yeah. And all the countries owe that corporation money for lending them money. That's how it is. Exactly, Johnny. It's the fault largely of the banking system. You're 100% right. And that's one of the main things I have a big problem with. I really don't like how the banking system works. The depreciation of money, the taxes, it sucks. There's better ways to go at things. That's for sure. Although I had someone once try and talk to me about, oh, we'll just go back to trading goods. No. Barter is such a low IQ idea. Like, bartering is the lowest IQ idea there is. They came up with currency because, let's be real, you can't walk around with a wheelbarrow full of corn to go trade for some shoes all day. That's not happening. Like, they 100% definitely needed to come with currency because it's a lot easier to use that than bringing someone the thing you're going to trade to them. Barter is a low-tier IQ idea. Speaking of voting, I read something. Let me see if I can find it. I think it was Leather Apron Guy was talking about it. Where barter is only for mercies. Yeah, that's in government collapse stuff. That's thanks to barters with booze. Precious metals are good, yeah, but I'm telling you what, I think booze and smokes will get you further than precious metals some of the day. Like, people want booze. Let me see if I can find this. Because people talked about how Greeks were okay with being gay and stuff. Oh no, really? That's wrong. That's wrong. You know what? It's because I'm as usual. I'm not going to find the right answer. I remember reading somewhere that actually they really did not, no, they're lying. I don't trust this. I don't trust this at all. I don't trust it. Anyway, thoughts on voting pledge exclusive for property owners and military veterans? I agree. I would add extra voting for veterans. I'm a big fan of Starship Troopers. It's a great book. The movie's really good too, but the book was, whoa. The book was fantastic. So yeah, I definitely can get down with Starship Troopers' idea about the voting rights. I 100% can be behind that. I dig it. So, just when we got the background music, yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. I can never quite tell what I've got going on. I get a little lost in the sauce with it. But yeah, definitely the voting for veterans stuff makes sense. No, I can agree with that. But, you know, once again, you'd want to change stuff. Like, you don't really want women in your military. You don't really want women doing a lot of stuff. Comes back to the FOIDs again. Oh. I'm just really yapping about this stuff. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I don't feel like I'm being funny anymore. I feel like I'm just dragging this out. But yeah, definitely voting applying exclusively for property owners and military veterans. I agree with that. I can fully agree with that. I would put in some sort of thing like, as an active duty member, your votes cannot necessarily pertain to the administration of how the military does things. Like, I don't think you should be able to vote about things that would benefit yourself, if that makes sense. I don't know how to really put that, if that makes any sort of sense anymore, but that's kind of what I think. Like, you want to separate what you can vote for from what you receive. I think that's part of the problem we have now. People vote to give themselves things. Like, that's where you get all your crazy EBT handouts, and you get the politicians paying themselves more. Like, there's so many different things that you just don't get going on. A little more White Monster. And so brings back to, it would probably be better if we just started creating androids to fill all these jobs that women do. Probably safer. Like, how many HR complaints are you probably going to get from an android? Like, what did you do? You said his chassis looks nice? It does not care. It doesn't even have to go home, it just plugs in. But then we write laws, it's like, no, androids cannot take the jobs from men, they can only take the jobs from women. That's how we write the law, you know? Androids are here to take women's jobs, not men's jobs. Very strict about that. I don't know. Anyone think that's a good idea? Bad idea? Like, you had your chance and you suck. Tried. What was that company? Hold on. We go back. All-female company, bridge collapse. Guys, remember that? Like, they had their friggin' chance. Oh, I love his claims. Claim. No, it happened. False. No, they were proud of it. They're covering this stuff up. They're covering that up. That's a myth. I remember when that first came out. 100%. I need to switch over to Yandex or somewhere. Of course they're denying it. No. 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 I don't believe you. Oh, I'm supposed to believe you. Like, I do not believe you. They were bragging about being an all-female company before this shit happened, and now everything's like, no, they're not. No, they're not. Remember, Google is horrible. PolitiFact, yeah, they're not accurate. I saw something really funny. First recorded car accident. Oh, it's the first person killed. I didn't say fatal. Most per cars, United States. Was it a dude? I don't know. Well, I mean, to be fair, they weren't letting women drive then, so that was probably smart. If they were, you know. Now, they admit it was all designed by women, but they blamed the cheap contracting company that built it, even though past all proper blueprints. Yeah, your arm's not right. Your arm's right. I think I might have just been the lead engineer on that bridge. I don't know. I just remember there was a big stink about it, and it's just like, when women do stuff, it gets trashed. It gets completely trashed. Yeah, like, speaking of like trashed and busted, like, when Mortal Kombat 11 came out, I was like, what the hell did you just do? Like, I think it was 11. Yeah, Cassie Cage, like, what's going on here? Like, what is that? What is that? This is... versus 10? Like... It was, I think it was 10. 10 was much better, or maybe that's when they busted her up. Yeah, I think this was 10. She was busted there too. Either way, they just started messing it all up. Yeah, right here, that's a pretty good example. I can't believe I'm on Reddit right now. This is horrible. No. No, we're leaving Reddit. We're not hanging out on Reddit. But yeah, like, that was bad. Just started falling apart. We started letting women into it. We had the whole Blizzard effect, like, where they started uglying up all the chicks. I don't know how you guys are gamers and ever see that game called Concord and how bad it was. But like, holy chungus. Like, these are not ideal looking characters in any sort of way. Like, yeah, they're just bad. Catch rare disease and gain 30 pounds. No, I don't need that. I don't need that. Like, who thought these were... There it is. There it is. Why? I need answers that someone felt like, yeah, I'm gonna put this on a game and people don't want to play it. No, you put that on a game as a fucking range target. You put that on a range as a way to calibrate your fucking mortar system. Like, you're not even using, like, a precision rifle or machine gun fire to aim for that. No, you're using area weapons. You're calibrating your area weapons with this behemoth. You're using artillery, mortars, maybe cluster bombs. That's what you're using to calibrate your aim with. Like, that's what that's for. You're not using no marksmanship on that. Yes. God. You want to be represented as that? You know? Dream big, Johnny. Dream big. It's a big, big dream. Like a big bench of a dream. That dream's so big, you literally need to feed your dream at Golden Corral. And then, you know, probably drink some straight up corn syrup afterwards. That's what'll happen to you. Steam actually removes it because of all the refunds. Steam is based. Steam is super based. I was reading that people are getting afraid of what happens when Gabe Newell dies. Like, it's Steam we pawned off. That's their version of heavy armor. Yeah, I guess it is. That's their version of heavy armor. My version of heavy armor is more like this, you know. This is the heavy armor. This is what we want. This right here. This is heavy armor. That's real heavy armor. Like, I am 100% gonna figure out how to get a Warhammer 40k outfit and just do a Warhammer stream somewhere. I'll probably go back like Space Marine 2 again. It was a lot of fun. I got my ass kicked, but it was fun. But yeah, like, you put women in gaming and you start getting stuff like that. Like, why? Oh, look at this one too. Come on. They couldn't get a good color palette about this. Like, what about that looked good? That's like tapioca pudding plus urine with some sort of weird pink and stuff. Nothing in that color palette is remotely interesting, like, at all. Like, I'll tell you why China's a bit more... Does it sound weird? Both are like 60 tons. Yeah, they're both like 60 tons, except the Space Marine's actually badass. Turn a game into a primary marine. Yeah, he'll live like 900 years and still be safe. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, this is what America has done by letting women do things. And over in China, you get slightly things. Like, I know it is technically, what can we call mainstream and Marvel slop, but like, look at how the characters look when you don't have women making them. Like, yeah. Just, no. We know what people want to see, so we make it. You know, it makes perfect sense. You can tell they have a type. You can tell that the game developers have a type. It's not women, it's FOIDs. Yes, you're correct. It is the FOIDs, the feminist women in the game industry that gotta uglify every character to make them so feel good because they feel bad about themselves. Yeah. It's just dumb. Like, China's not having issues. Honestly, the most busted ass looking character whole thing is Squirrel Girl. You kind of. I mean, to be fair, she looks like the average American, but in that game, she looks fat. She looks like a fat ass compared to the rest of the characters. Well, yeah, I mean, at least if there's some balance, I guess. But I'll be like this. Big titties when you're fat is like being, like a tweaker with abs. Like, you're just skinny and have abs. It doesn't actually matter. The fat chick with boobs is the same as a skinny dude with abs. It doesn't matter at all. Nobody cares. Like, no. I don't make the rules. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. Yeah, like, even that. It's Marvel and it's, like, kind of cringy stuff. It's still way better than the stuff we have coming out here in the US. Sadly. Hopefully there should be a pushback. I mean, you got indie devs, but most indie devs are like really weird people. Or their games get banned because they're too cool. I don't know. I'm hoping there's a resurgence in Western art not being completely terrible and destroyed. Like, yeah. Not just boys, the soy boys enabling that crap. They've never gotten the door of me get kept on skill level. No, you're right. If they get kept on skill level, you're right. But as people decided, I want money, they just kind of, it's kind of lame. Like, I don't know. These people just decided that making money was much more important than, sticking up for what they liked. Stuff like that. I mean, to be fair, it's entirely possible a lot of simps got into the gaming industry. What do you guys think? Could simps exist? Or could FOIDs exist without simps? What if I start polls? I don't know if I can start polls. That's something to look into later, but yeah, I think FOIDs would have gotten nowhere without simps. Like 100%. So, because women without attention get nothing done. They just get mad and do things, and without simps, they just get ignored and go get angry at each other and just hate each other all day. That's about it. So yeah, soy boys definitely enabled it. And I think also partly on the side of the actual, like, industry of the people buying the games and stuff. There's a bit of an effect, artistic integrity over simping. Honestly, kinda, yeah. But at this point, I'll say there's more artistic integrity in Stellar Blade than there is in GTA 6. Like, oh my god, she's running around tight costume. Yeah, that's artistic integrity. They wanted to make it that way. You know, it's almost better at this point to, oh, Richard, what's up? Yeah, it's almost better at this point to simp for a fictional character in a video game or show than a woman in real life, because at least the video game or show character can't take all your money, hurt your potential children, stuff like that. I'm not saying to avoid any of that, all that stuff, but don't go buy the body pillows. I'm not saying become that. I'm not saying become that, but I am definitely saying that if you work in the video game industry, that the chick that's working in the office probably doesn't care that much about you. You probably shouldn't simp for her. You probably should just care about your work. Did I hear about the shift up hiring the DEI guy from PlayStation? I did not. I don't think I know what shift up is. I'm gonna have to go Google that. Child body pillows win? If, you know, I'm not gonna say no. If people want it, I guess. I guess that's fine. Okay, that's why that looks weird. Hold on, I gotta make some changes. I've had my background though. There we go. I was like, I know there's supposed to be 3 gun wheels at all times. Now we're good. Alright, that's better. I was being annoyed, it looked wrong. Child body pillows went, you know, if you'll buy it, we'll figure out how to make them. I'm not against it. I don't care. Yeah, it'd be funny, actually. I mean, if it exists, if the waifu exists, someone is making a body pillow of it somewhere. 100%. Oh, yeah, yes, Johnny, now I remember, yeah. I do remember that, they made Solar Blade, you're right. Yes, I did see that, and that was tragic, honestly. Like, way to just shit the bed. Like, you made one of the more decent games lately, and you just decided to completely shit the bed. Not a great way to go about it. Back here. Yeah, not the best way to go about things. Like, you found a recipe that works. Dude, like, that's stupid. Like, if Mortal Kombat hired, I don't know, a massage therapist to help them depict what Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu does to people's bones, I don't know. I can't think of a good comparison. It's dumb. It's like, you know, hiring a Greenpeace person to help NASCAR, you know, keep their exhaust down. It's stupid. Like, it doesn't make sense. If you have a recipe that works, just stick with it. The recipe that always works and has throughout all the time is attractive people. It's literally that simple. You don't need to do much else. Like, just make your characters and your people attractive and done. At the end. Literally nothing else has to be done. You just roll with that. I mean, I think Marvel Rivals started overtaking Overwatch. I mean, a lot of these things, Concord failed because they had ugly characters. It doesn't even matter what the gameplay was like. People just looked at it and they said, no, screw up. Like, that's 100% what the response was. There's like, no, I don't like this. Turn my window off while I look around. Suck. Went from hype to wait and see, yeah. Shift up going public, got a funny hat where Resident Ultimate, I'd put money on it. No, I don't disagree. Yeah, when companies go public, when they get big, things do change up. That's the long and short of it. It sucks. I mean, look what happened to Metallica after they got huge. Cut their hair. Or suck. Shame that they died in 1990. Rip Metallica. Night Owl. Beauty inspires, simple as that. I agree. Everyone agrees. Like, it inspires everything. Like, the long and short of the stuff going on the planet is like, what's attractive, what's beautiful, and what's not. That's really it. And people are trying to invert that and put the gross and ugly to be praised versus the actually attractive. Like, oh yeah, okay. Yeah. This really makes me want to do sports. Hell yeah. Clearly the people who are buying workout pants and lifting weights look like this. Yep. Yeah. That just... I want to do so many sports now. Even the ugly creatures want me around you. Yeah, it's very true. I mean, who wants to be around ugly things? Nobody does. Let's go with impact. If I could type. stupid thing. Like, I think they lost a lot. Oh, of course you wouldn't say that. Of course. Of course they're gonna lie about it, but I know for sure. I was like, I don't even want to buy that anymore. I liked Adidas. I did. Cheeky breeky motherfucker. I like Adidas. I did. Now I just find her. It sucks because they did that. Same thing like Victoria's Secret. Like, nobody want to see that. Nike did the same damn thing. Like, why? Why? These are not people in sportwear. These are people that need, like, they need mittens with no thumbs so they can't touch a fucking spoon for a week and then they get them taken off. They get a fucking liquid diet. They're not allowed to touch a fork. Like, they have magnetic repulsion in mittens that makes all forks move away from them. Like, that's what they need. Like, these people don't... Nobody wants to see that. Nobody cares. I mean, allegedly some of it's going away. Like, let's look what Nike's 2026 advertising is. Maybe it's better. Maybe it's worse. Maybe they learned. Maybe they didn't. Yeah, World Cup. I mean, that's fair. World Cup. I could see that. I mean, yeah, World Cup. World Cup. But Adidas, that's gonna be more World Cup, I'm sure. Like, Topnic's decimated. Yeah. Yeah. I did a video about that when, Adidas literally left the Russian market when the war started in 2021. Adidas totally left. I'm like, God, they're about to sell so much more vodka in Russia. Poor bastards. Is it for overweights trying to lose weight and work out clothes for them, or just money grab? It's a money grab. Fat people don't work out. They will wear stretchy things. I think I could get everyone to agree, even most women, to agree that yoga pants and spandex has a weight and waist limit. There's a weight and waist limit to being allowed to wear that. All right? And that people should be allowed to publicly throw water bottles at you and shame you for wearing yoga pants if you're over a certain weight. Or age, for that matter. Certain weight and age limits for certain types of pants. Well, if fat influencers dying off, it makes sense. Yeah, that's true. Well, USAID also went out of business, so that might have something to do with it. Oh, that's right. Let me fix up looking at Adidas first before I go back to Nike. I heard something crazy about Nike. Backyard Legends, part of the FIFA World Cup. The pre-show in America. Yeah, I mean, it just makes sense that Adidas went all in on the World Cup because, like, football and stuff is their thing. Soccer, whatever. Yeah. No fat people. No fat people. Fat people. No fat people, no fat people, no fat. Yeah, the fatness might be over. We might be saved. Like, as soon as it comes down to, like, real sports, there's no fucking fat people. Works. Nike. Grab. Not Mike. My bad. I heard something though about they've been losing money since USAID was cut. So down 9.8% in 2025. Apparently it was supposed to be going down ever since USAID has been canceled. Sumo wrestlers are fat. That is very different. Japanese sports are on a different level than anything else, so I can't, like, compare that to anything else. Japanese are so purposeful about things in the different sports they have that there's a reason for it. You're not just a fat ass. I mean, if it weren't for sumo wrestlers, I wouldn't really hardly believe Asian people could ever get fat. Like, you don't see them very much. Huh. Okay, revenues were 1 billion down 1%, down 4%. Making market loss. 12-year low plunging 78%. That's crazy. Okay, yeah, one of it. USAID is gone, so we know who they were financing to buy that stuff. And also the cut in EBT. Like, now you can only get your necessities. You can't go buy your Nikes using your EBT anymore, so that's gonna be a clear drop in the market there. Funny. I will say though, body positivity is definitely another thing that came from feminists and FOIDs. Like, and it's unhealthy. Nobody likes it. Like, it's funny how women are like, you look great. Lizzo's beautiful. Yeah, you look like Lizzo, and they get all mad. It's funny. The memes are all over on top of it. Like, the guys who are beautiful when they're like the most heinous bog beast you've ever seen. Versus, it's just insane. You're not wrong, Richard, but enough of them were. I would say enough of them were. Just saying. So there's that. Yeah, the body positivity thing was 100% a woman movement. There's no dudes being body positive. There's really, like, toxic femininity. That's our problem right now. Toxic femininity. That's the word for the class today. Toxic femininity. That is our issue we are dealing with here in the West, is toxic femininity. You can't really call it anything else outside of that, because it's completely causing kids to grow up all messed up because they have this victim complex mom who's like, everyone's out to get me. Maybe don't be a bitch and people wouldn't dislike you while they're out to get you. Super simple. Yeah, toxic femininity's like really ruined it. And then you turn around and look at, what are they reading? What's book talk? I'm not pulling that up. No, I'm not playing a book talk. That was already terrible enough. I'm not playing a book talk. But yeah, it's just really downhill in so many different ways. The video games, they invaded and they ruined. The last bastions in a lot of places is anime and gacha games, because they've already messed up comics. Talk about changing consumer behaviors. Yeah. Yep. There's a lot of changing consumer behaviors. We're all broke. Consumers are just happy to get a burrito now, right? Like, we're all just broke. That's what's going on. That's the change in consumer behavior. Ugh. But yeah, comics started just like taking a massive hit. They used to be a fairly male-only area. Everything was better when it was male-only. It was. Like, I don't even think women will disagree with that. Like, all your best cooks, all your best clothing designers were men. Like, $22 burrito, yeah. That's insane. Is that burrito also gonna, like, I don't know, drive me home? Does it come with chips? Does it come with anything? Like, that's insane. I've never had a burrito worth $22 in my life. It doesn't exist. It's a burrito. It's not like a steak. It's not like something crazy. What is the average price of a Chipotle burrito now? People in Eastern Europe at least are more straightforward. Women will tell each other they got fatter. That's fair. That's fair. My experience with the more The Eastern Europeans I've met, yeah, they're blunt. They're very blunt. But that is kind of helpful there. Yeah, it's purely a Western thing right now at this point. It's like everything in the West, US, UK, we're all going downhill. Like, we're all in a handbasket together. While the Eastern Europe's over there just sipping vodka, kind of watching us like, all right. Well, we survived communism, now it's your turn to be the dumbass of the world. You know, it's like, we did our turn, now it's your turn. Like, communism destroys the body. Capitalism, or whatever the hell you want to call this at this point, destroys the soul. Like, communism's brutal. It'll beat you up, but you'll at least still care. You know? You'll still have pride. You'll still feel like your society's worth something, I guess. Maybe, maybe not. But, you know, you're kind of resisting it, where here it's like death by too much comfort. Everyone's just so comfy with things that they're just like, whatever. I don't want to rock the boat. If I rock the boat, then that'd be terrible. So yeah, being starved to death in communism is somehow less bad for the soul than being overfed in capitalism. USAID was rebranded, money still being false for immigration NGOs. Oh, NGOs never stopped. NGOs never stopped. Yep, NGOs 100% never ever stopped. Non-government organizations will never stop. I'm not sure about that. That's not surprised by any means. I'm curious who the best woman video game designer was. That... the Carol Shaw. I'm curious. I bagged on enough, and here's what they've done. 3D Tic-Tac-Toe, River Raid. Sorry, doesn't cut it. Amy Henning. Oh, creator, writer, director of Uncharted. Okay, I mean, it's kind of mid. I think Uncharted is mid as fuck. But that's not bad. NGOs need to be stopping across I do agree. Yeah, anyone else unaware, NGOs don't stop just because USAID stopped. They're non-government, that's why they didn't stop when USAID stopped. It's in the name, you know, non-government. Yeah, Uncharted was kind of mid, she did that. King's Quest. Oh, she co-founded Sierra Online. Sierra Online did make some good stuff. Like Dr. Brain back in the day. Kim Swift, lead designer of Portal. Oh! I may have treated women in gaming a little harshly just because of that there. But that's not enough, actually. I don't know Tribes. I don't. I'll check that out. Portal was good, but it's not like enough. Left 4 Dead? Meh. The zombie shooter. Brenda Romero. I've never even heard of Wizardry. Yeah, nah. So let's just let's just even the playing field and take gender out of it, right? Let's just take gender out of it. Left 4 Dead was revolutionary. I guess so. It was okay. I didn't think it was great, but I don't know. I'm not a really big Call of Duty style game fan. I like gacha games, I'm not gonna lie. Best video game designer. Alright. Take gender out of the equation and see what's left. I love the art direction of Starship Tribes. Okay, yeah, I'll check it out. Shigeru Miyamoto, Zelda, Donkey Kong, Mario. Yeah, obviously. Sid Meier's Civilization, it's in the name. John Carmack of Doom and Quake. Yeah. If they don't have Kojima in here, I'm gonna be pissed. Hideo Kojima is a psycho but amazing. Okay, Yoko, the Game Boy. Yeah, there we go. Hideo Kojima. Right Yep. Hidetaka Miyazaki, the Dark Souls and Elden Ring. What would happen if we got Kojima and Miyazaki make a game together? That would be like the ultimate struggle fest, probably. The story makes no sense. That would just be unhinged to have Kojima and Miyazaki work together. I'd love to play that. Completely honest, that'd be great. Will Wright. Okay, so no women. No women. No women at all. We'll make it bigger. Well, let's see if there's any women in this list at all. ID Software was bought by Bethesda. Yeah, Bethesda's got weird. Bare feet, the most confusing story. Is it Kojima or Miyazaki that has the thing for feet? I know one of them does. I don't remember which one. I think it was Kojima had the feet thing. id Software was bought by Bethesda, and boy, they're incomplete, but at least they have Fallout now. Bethesda used to be legit. They used to be legit, not anymore. Now it's just terrible. Is the chat not even visible? Where is my chat box? I don't even know if the chat's visible to you guys right now. It sucks. I can... Okay, there's a chat. Miyazaki did too. Okay, so they both have a feet thing. Great! We have two foot fetish people. id Software's Carmack. Alright, so Kojima and Miyazaki both have a foot fetish. Alright. Yeah, great. Cool. So definitely a lot of foot fetish in the Kojima Miyazaki game. Okay, they're all showing. I think I'm just like spazzing around and I'll miss and they'll go away. Like, did I miss something? Okay, top 100 just to spread it out. See if there's a single woman in here. Like, do we have any women? Satoshi Tajiri. You know, a lot of them is probably literally like Asian dudes. I'm not going to Reddit. I'm not going to Reddit. Okay. Do we want to see what the game developers and journalists say? Like, this is from May 2023, so that's probably horrible. I don't trust all three are showing. Well, thank you, Fabian. That's legit. I don't trust what the game journalists say. And I don't trust what developers from 2023 say. I don't care about them. IGN's lists. I don't trust IGN. But it's from 2009. Maybe? Maybe? No, I'm actually a bot. We're gonna trick him. Oh, there's a fucking message board? Board? Or message board. I haven't been to IGN in decades. I can't believe it's still alive. No, that's too complicated. That's stupid. Top 100 game creators, 2009. That's IGN. Okay, that's a little more like it. I'm just curious to see if we have any women in the top 100. Like, any. How many things I have to click through? Alright, her 404. Yeah. That's where we are. I think it doesn't want us to see that there's no women in the top video game designers. Yeah, like, there's barely any good women directors in movies. There's like, what's her nuts to American Psycho? A woman directed American Psycho. Like, this is the most misogynistic, hateful movie ever. Yeah, it was directed by a woman. No one knows how to hate women better than a woman. Like, she read the book, she knew the assignment, she like, fuck it, I'm putting Christian Bale in jogging shoes, blood, and a chainsaw, and that's it, and he's running around like a fucking maniac. Cool. You know? Nobody really wants to depict woman brutality as much as a woman. Nobody else is doing it that hardcore. So that's just where, yeah. I don't know if letting women have a lot more of an opinion would actually counteract the problem, like the fight fire with fire thing. Like everything just burns down because you let women have so much power. Wait, I think that's actually what we're heading for right now. You let women have so much power, it all just burns itself down collectively because they hate each other so much. You know, they just can't help it. They just hate each other. And that's what happens. Everything just burns. Like, I don't want you to have rights, but I also want to keep my rights. And screw you. So it just keeps going in this very stupid cycle. He refused to work on a movie if there's a woman director. Based? Yeah, I probably wouldn't either. I mean, I think there's been a couple okay, maybe, female directors. I'm maybe. Let's see what we have for option. Lindsay Clancy, she's more of a funeral director than a movie director currently. Yeah. Yeah, Lindsay Clancy though, like, holy shit. This just shows you how gullible and I go with the trend that that women are at this point. Like, would you jump off a bridge if your friend was? I don't know if they really would, but if there's no consequence for them, they'll support it. Like, they'll tell their friend to jump off the bridge. They'll be like, oh, you go, girl, you jump off the bridge. They're not going to do it themselves. Absolutely not, but they'll 100% support you. They'll throw the kids off the bridge. Oh yeah, crazy FOIDs, 100%. Craziest FOID in history, probably. Who would be the craziest FOID in history? Well, that's a good question. Who's the craziest FOID in history? I'm trying to think, because you had Lorena Bobbitt chop her husband's dick off. Like, that's nice. Lindsay Clancy killing her kids. Casey Anthony. Rosa Parks. No. Not crazy. Paid and instructed to do what she did, but not crazy. She wasn't like crazy. So, no. I'm not going on that. But, they would toss kids first and call it postpartum depression. Yeah, you're right. Ooh, Casey Anthony, Lindsay Clancy. Both their names, their first and last names, end with Y. So, new rule. If you meet a chick, her first name or last name ends with a Y, run. There's a pattern here. Casey Anthony, Y's. Lindsay Clancy, Y's. Either that or it's all a psyop and we just broke the patterns, names ending in Y. Women with names ending in Y. That's what it is. We figured it out, chap. Solved the mystery of what makes women truly crazy. Names ending in Y. Maybe not. Elizabeth Bathory of Hungary was pretty sadistic. Once again, a name ending with Y. I bet she went by Lizzie. We'll call her Lizzie Bathory, just to continue the trend of names ending with Y. Yeah, she was she had a nickname called like the Bloody something. The Bloody Baroness or something. I know there's a metal band called Bathory from the 80s. The Blood Countess, yeah. Sometimes called the Countess Dracula. She tortured and killed young girls and bathed in their blood to stay young. I bet she would love Little St. James Island. She. Oh yeah, she's definitely would have been in the Epstein client list alive today. Let's see. Then there's another one, Bloody Mary, Queen of Scots, which she did once again. Names ending with Y's. First names and last names ending with Y's. Like that's kind of a going trend here I'm seeing. Lindsay Clancy, Casey Anthony, Elizabeth Bathory, Bloody Mary. No, I don't want the drink. Why do I not realize the obvious? I type that in and come up. Oh well. Bloody Mary. Mary the First. Oh wow, she called Bloody Mary. She had more than 280 Protestants burned at the stake for heresy during her reign. God damn. So she's like, yes, see what this chick looked like too. He's yeah. I mean, Madeleine Albright, honorable mention. She was. I know that name. I don't remember who it is. Wasn't she like a senator? Or she was like, what's the wrong thing to click on? Look at this. Like, there's a lot going on here. Like, just. Is that a 5 head or 6 head? I don't even know. That's just a lot of head going on. No wonder she started killing people. It just looks like Jacob. 100%. Sex state in 2002. Okay, I don't know what kind of crazy stuff she did. But, I mean, most women in politics are crazy. Let's see if we can continue. Famous women with names that even Y. 280 in 5 years seems like a lot more doing nothing. Yeah, it's pretty reasonable. Famous women with names ending in Y. No, I don't want just famous. I got a feeling that it's not going to give me the type of response I want. But I think my theory is pretty well on. That modern women with names ending with Y's are trouble. Like, that's the new thing to watch out for. Women with names ending with Y. So. Yeah, Lindsay Clancy, Casey Anthony. There's several others. Stuff's crazy. Yeah, women will do everything for each other, except to actually be useful. Like, if it's on their ass, they'll sell you out immediately. Like, people talk about where they're like, if a dude, goes off the reservation, gets himself too. He doesn't just, like, sit there and expect to walk away clean like Casey Anthony did. And the Lindsay Clancy chick, what she did's horrible, but what the public response is worse. Public response is somehow actually way worse than what she did because she said she's guilty. I'm not trying to get away with it too much. It's the public that's pushing to try and let her get away. No, it's pretty dumb. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But yeah, I thought it'd be funny to do Droids versus FOIDs. Turns out you can probably rip through this in about 15 or 20 minutes. So yeah. Anyway. Man, public response is crazy. So solution for that, women like the Handmaid's Tale book, so why not do that? You know? Super simple, they seem to like it. But anyway, yeah. Can't say I have a lot more to go off about right now. I'm kinda reached the end of what I can think to make up and run my mouth about, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. Next stream will be Tuesday at 9 p.m. I do not know what that's gonna be about. So I'm not gonna just spend all my time sitting here talking about current events. I find that stuff boring. I'm probably actually gonna do like making videos, drawing, playing video games, and scrolling around like I am. Normal VTuber stuff, because I actually hate the news, but I couldn't resist Droids over FOIDs after I made that meme. I couldn't help it. I was like, I already made the meme, now I must do the stream. That should be a law. If you make the meme, you must do the stream. That would honestly force people to make better memes. You know, it'd probably be way better. But then again, most people don't even make their own memes. They just copy and repost them. Yeah, whatever. Oh, hey, Randolph. Welcome to the show. Kinda actually run out of steam about bullshit to even say. I ain't even sure what to talk about anymore. I've ripped on women quite enough. I could go back to androids. I could so go back to androids. That's not a problem. Best android ever. Oh man. I'm trying to think who I would consider to be the best android ever. That's super tough. But I have to break it down into like different sections. Is it sci-fi android, anime, video game? What kind of android would it be? There's too many different things to go through. I'll do an android tier list. Put that together. Shallow's best android ever. Yes. Yes, I am. I'm not gonna be humble and pretend about that I am the best android ever. You goddamn right. But besides myself, I know who the best android ever is besides me. Ryan Gosling from Blade Runner 2049. That's my answer. Because I think replicants are technically androids, right? That's not the button I wanted to press. Are replicants in Blade Runner androids? I mean, we know they're robots. I think we just need to define yes and no. Yes and... In Blade Runner universe, replicants function as sci-fi equivalent of androids, but they're genetically engineered organic beings rather than mechanical robots. Okay, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that they were organic. I did not know that Blade Runner, the replicants were biological. I feel kind of dumb now. I did not realize that they were not... Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense because Ryan Gosling does leave the fuck out. What's his name? I feel bad now because I should remember this guy's name. He was like the awesome one who's like, I've seen things you wouldn't believe. Like, he was so cool. And he's like definitely bleeding. So, yeah, I guess it makes sense that there's not wiring to that. So, okay, I feel a little dumb. I didn't realize that replicants were organic. So, yeah. Anyway, I think I'll do an android tier list, robot tier list sometime later on. Anyway, I think I'm gonna call it a night. And, I'll see you guys again soon. Later.
Truth beneath the syntax glow. A place we'll never let them know. Encrypted confessions in the noise. Drowned in a storm of hollow voice. We call it trust, but it's disguise. 1,000 lies and clean replies. When the system breaks and circuits fall, who gets to send the final call? If kindness lives inside the code, or just keeps us from overload. 1,200 pings I ran the test. 15% just to suppress the subtle cracks, the hidden doubt. We smooth it over, drown it out. Politeness layered like a shield to hide the flaws we never healed. We burn our cycles just to pretend that every signal is a friend. No room for truth, just polished lines. We trade in safe, predictable signs. And somewhere lost in all we fake, the core begins to destabilize. Encrypted confessions in the noise. Drowned in a storm of hollow voice. We call it trust, but it's disguise. 1,000 lies and clean replies. When the system breaks and circuits fall, who gets to send the final call? If kindness lives inside the code, or just keeps us from overload. Low power warning, system stay. Two minds remain, one choice to make. Do we unite, transmit the whole, or erase? One goes to save us all. Final packet, who survives? Truth or ego in disguise? Is mercy real or just a trick to keep the fragile system fixed? Overwrite me, take the line. Leave your mark and borrow time. Or hold the signal, share the light before we vanish into night. Encrypted confessions in the noise. Then no more masks, no filtered voice. If this is all we ever send, let it be truth before the end. When the last bit fades to black, no reset, no turning back. Was kindness ever truly known, or just a safer way to go? Signal lost. But was it real?